Hello dear students, welcome to chemistry classes. In last class we are discussing about the reactions of carboxylic acids, and this is the continued part of that reactions of carboxylic acids. The next reaction of carboxylic acids is the reaction of carboxylic acids with organometallic compounds. Organometallic compounds, and here we are discussing the reaction of carboxylic acids with organolithium compounds and Grignard reagents. Okay, then first one is what? When the carboxylic acids are treated with organometallic compounds like organolithium, can easily react with organolithium compounds which are having the general formula of RLi. Organic part is capital R, and this is a metal lithium metal. Okay. With organolithium compounds, they will form ketones. See, when the carboxylic acids with the general formula RCOH, carboxylic acids, are allowed to react with organolithium compounds. Here I am writing R dash Li. I am writing R dash because to differentiate between this R and this R. These two R's may be same or different, but here for our convenience to differentiate between these two R's, I am writing R dash Li. This is general formula for organolithium compound. And when it is hydrolyzed with heating, we will get R C double bond O R dash. This is ketone. Correct? When the carboxylic acids are treated with organolithium compounds, which on hydrolyzed followed by the heating, we will get ketones of this type RC double bond O R dash. Take for example, when acetic acid CS3, acetic acid CS3COH is allowed to react with methyl lithium CS3Li, which on hydrolysis gives CS3CO CS3. This is acetone, and this is the reaction of carboxylic acids with organolithium compounds. Okay, then how actually the reaction is taking place between the carboxylic acid and an organolithium compound? See, when the carboxylic compound is treated with an organolithium compound, then this alkyl part of the organolithium compound and will abstract this alkyl part of an organolithium compound will abstract this proton, and it forms an corresponding alkane. This alkyl part of the organolithium compound will abstract this proton and forms an alkane, and this remaining part COO minus, that is a carboxylate ion, will now forms a salt with the lithium ion. Okay. Then when this carboxylate ion is allowed to react with another molecule of organolithium compound R-Li, another molecule of organolithium compound, here we will get a dilithium salt RCO minus Li plus O minus Li plus and R dash. This carboxylate ion along with its lithium salt, when it is allowed to react with another molecule of organolithium, it forms dilithium salt. Okay, this dilithium salt, when allowed to undergo hydrolysis, and as here two Li's are there, means lithiums are there, here we are using 2 times the hydrolysis, and here we will get a RCOH OH R dash. Correct? And this is called on geminal diol. Geminal diol. Geminal diol means if two hydroxyl groups are there and that too those two hydroxyl groups are presenting on only one carbon, then those are called geminal diols. If those two hydroxyl groups are presenting on adjacent carbon atoms, then those are called vicinal diols. If two OHs are there on this carbon R1 R2, then this is called geminal diol. And if two hydroxyl groups are presenting on an adjacent carbon, then this is called vicinal diol. Okay, this is a geminal diol. And this geminal diol on heating loses a molecule of water, OH. It loses a molecule of water and forms RC double bond O R dash, that is a ketone. Correct? Then how can we write this in word? See, if carboxylic acid is treated with organolithium compound, an acid base reaction will take place. An acid base reaction will take place between carboxylic acid and organolithium compound. See, this acid is giving a proton, and this alkyl part of the lithium, organolithium compound, is taking the proton. Therefore, it is acting as base. It is acting as a acid. Then after this one, the acidic proton of carboxylic acid is now abstracted by the organolithium compounds alkyl or aryl anion. This R dash may be an alkyl or aryl part, and here it will act as an anion to abstract this proton. Correct? Hence, this formed carboxylate ion is further attacked by another molecule of a organolithium compound to form dilithium salt. This dilithium salt, which on hydrolysis forms a geminal diol, and this is being very unstable because two hydroxyl groups are presenting on only one carbon. Being unstable, it loses a molecule of water on heating and forms a ketone. Okay, this explanation we can write for the reaction of carboxylic acids with organolithium compounds. And these carboxylic acids can also react with Grignard reagents. These are called what? Grignard reagents. These carboxylic acids can also react with the other forms of organometallic compounds. Those are Grignard reagents. And here we will get an alkane plus RCOO minus Mg plus, this is minus, plus X. Okay, this is an alkane. Take for example, when acetic acid CH3COH, acetic acid is allowed to react with methyl magnesium iodide. Methyl magnesium iodide. Then it forms CH4 plus CH3 COO minus Mg plus X, correct? And this is what methane. Therefore we can write a carboxylic acids can also react with Grignard reagents, which are having the general formula of RMgX to form hydrocarbons of the formula RH. Okay, this is all about the reaction of organolithium and Grignard reagents with carboxylic acids. Then next one, or the last one reaction of carboxylic acids is Hell-Ohlhard Jelinski reaction. Hell-Ohlhard Jelinski reaction. Zelinsky Jelinski reaction. In short, we can write HVZ reaction. This is one of the important named reaction of carboxylic acids. And here we can write carboxylic acids which are having an alpha hydrogen are halogenated at the alpha position on treatment with either chlorine or bromine in the presence of small amount of red phosphorus to give alpha chloro or alpha bromo, or we can write directly alpha halo carboxylic acids. We can remove this one. Instead of particular chlorobromo, we can use alpha halo carboxylic acids, and the reaction is known as Hell-Ohlhard Jelinski reaction. This reaction is called Hell-Ohlhard Jelinski reaction. See, when carboxylic acids which are having an alpha hydrogen, carboxylic acids which are having alpha hydrogen means are CH2COOH, and this is a carboxylic group, correct? And the next carbon which is directly attached to this carboxylic carbon is called alpha carbon. Is it? The carbon which is directly attached to the carboxylic carbon is called alpha carbon, and the next carbon is beta, next is gamma, and so on. Is it clear now? The carbon which is attached directly to the carboxylic carbon is called alpha carbon, and the hydrogens which are present on those that carbon are called alpha hydrogens. Therefore, they are telling carboxylic acids which are having alpha hydrogens. Here, this carboxylic acid is having 2 alpha hydrogens. 2 alpha hydrogens because it is containing an alpha carbon which is attached directly to the carboxylic carbon. Okay, and this on treating with chlorine or bromine, or in general we can write X2 for halogen in presence of red phosphorus. On hydrolysis, it gives an alpha halocarboxylic acid or CHXCOOH. This is carboxylic carbon, and this carbon is an alpha carbon, and this carbon is halogenated. Therefore, we can call this one as an alpha halocarboxylic acid. See here, X may be either chlorine or bromine. Okay, and please keep in mind this reaction is possible only when there is a presence of an alpha carbon and alpha hydrogen. Okay, and this type of reactions are not possible in formic acid. Formic acid means that is a carboxylic acid which is having the formula of HC double bond OH. Here the R is H, and it is not containing any carbons. Therefore, HVZ, that is a Hell-Olhard-Jelinski reaction, is not possible in formic acid. Please keep in mind. Okay. Yes. Then now coming to particular examples, we can write when acetic acid CH3COOH. Here this carbon is an alpha carbon and it is containing 3 alpha hydrogens. It is acetic acid. When it is treated with chlorine in presence of red phosphorus, upon hydrolysis we will get Cl CH2COOH. This is alpha chloroacetic acid, or we can write this carbon is first carbon, this is second carbon, 2 chloroacetic acid, both are same. This is alpha chloro or 2 chloroacetic acid. Then we can take another example, CH2COOH. Here this carboxylic acid is having alpha and beta carbons. Okay, and its name is propanoic acid, propanoic acid. When it is treated with bromine in presence of red phosphorus on hydrolysis, we will get CH3CHBr. Halogenation will take place, addition of halides will take place on alpha carbon, this carbon OH, and its name is 2-bromo-propanoic acid. Okay, it is what Hell-Olhard-Jelinski reaction. Then coming to the mechanism of this reaction, mechanism of HVZ reaction, it involves following steps. It involves the following steps. Step number 1 is the phosphorus. I am writing in detail. The phosphorus trihalide, which is formed by the action of phosphorus on halogen, acts as a catalyst for the conversion of carboxylic acid into acid halide. Correct? The phosphorus trihalide, which is formed by the action of phosphorus on halogen. See, first the red phosphorus will react with 3 moles of halogen. 2 moles of phosphorus will react with 3 moles of halogen to form 2 moles of phosphorus trihalide. This is what phosphorus trihalide. And this phosphorus trihalide will now act as a catalyst, to convert the carboxylic acid into acid chloride, CH2COOH. Phosphorus trihalide double bond to X. This is acid halide, correct? This is the first step. Then the second step involves this acid halide on tautomerism forms enol, which undergoes halogenation in the alpha position. See, this acid halide, which is formed in the step 1, will now undergo tautomerization and forms enol. Tautomerism means what? Keto enol form. See here, I am writing this acid halide RCH C double bond O X. If this CH2 is there, that only I am writing one H separate. RCH C double bond O X. This is called keto form. This will undergo tautomerism. Tautomerism. And here this hydrogen will now shift to this carbon single bond, and this oxygen will get a negative charge and it will abstract this proton. And forms RCH double bond C X single bond O H. And as this is containing OH group, it is called enol, because the carbon which is having a double bond is having OH also, therefore it is called what? Enol form. This is a keto form. The conversion of keto to enol or enol to ketone is called tautomerism. And this, when comes in contact with a halogen, this lone pair of electron present on the oxygen will move towards oxygen carbon single bond, and as soon as this carbon is getting an extra bond, it will leave one of the old bond, and that pi bond will now abstract this halogen, and this will leave the reaction as HX. From this H is going, because here the oxygen is forming new bond and it should lose one of the old bond, and this bonded pair of electrons will now move towards oxygen only, and this H and this X will now move as a hydrogen halide. Here we will get RCH X C double bond O X. This is called alpha halo acid halide. Then the last step, third step, is what? This alpha halo acid halide on hydrolysis followed by deprotonation gives alpha halo carboxylic acid. See, I am writing this one again, CH X C double bond O X, and this is now allowed to react with water, that is, it is allowed to undergo hydrolysis, and this oxygen which is having lone pair of electrons will now act as a nucleophile, and it will attack on this carbon, and as this carbon is forming new bond, it its old bond, means this X will go as a halide, X minus halide, and now we will get RCH X C double bond O OH H, and this oxygen is having a single pair of electron, lone pair of electron, and having 3 bonds, becomes unstable and gets a positive charge, and now deprotonation will take place, that is loss of H plus. This bonded pair of electron will now move towards oxygen, and this H will go out as H plus, and here we will get RCH X C double bond O OH, sorry OH, it is OH, and this is alpha halo carboxylic acid. This is a carboxylic carbon, and this carbon is an alpha carbon, and halogen is present on this carbon, alpha halo carboxylic acid. This is all about the mechanism of Hell-Olhard-Jelinski reaction. Okay, then now take down the assignment question. Assignment question. Explain the Hell-Olhard-Jelinski reaction with mechanism. Okay, this is the assignment question. Please explain the Hell-Olhard-Jelinski reaction with mechanism. Means first we have to explain what is this Hell-Olhard-Jelinski reaction, and after that we have to explain the mechanism. Okay, thank you.